Hello, all you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, currently as Asher the Labramon, and we are continuing our adventures with Factorio today. Meanwhile, we've got Wicked Whiskers there in the bottom left doing fantastic art. Whiskers is amazing. And now you may continue your discussion about lasagna. Make all my viewers on Twitch and YouTube hungry.
You just, this thing, like, I put spinach in bolognese because of the nutritional value that it adds.
It adds nutritional value?
Yeah, spinach is full of good nutrients. Because I don't have a very varied diet, so I try and add things in where I can.
Just remember, it shrinks when you cook it.
Yes. Which is why I use the entire bag for one portion.
Well, this is gonna be problematic.
And what has happened?
I gotta... First off, where is another furnace? Where's the next furnace up?
Coal coke.
Yeah. I want that electric furnace now.
And spin to win.
Whee! I want this first. Then we'll worry about the accumulators and everything else. Actually, we'll get some concrete walls. Because I'm certain it's only a matter of time before I start getting attacked by things. Let's add that to the queue. Start that. Start that. Armored train? Sure. Ooh, platform with radar Mark 1. Oh, I thought that was a, something else. Ah, there we go. Flamethrower turret. Cool. Cannon turret. Rocket turret. Minigun turret. I like what I'm seeing. Yes, I want this. Add long-range delivery drones for long-range logistic requests. The drones are expendable and self-destruct after one delivery. What?
Yes, I did my job. Me seeks out.
Why would I want that?
Look, Goblin, get in!
I think over the stream I heard Rex saying something was BS.
Maybe? Oh.
He's playing a game based on Duck Hunt.
Yeah. Oh, radar's really useful. Alright, let's get back to this. We need to produce steel in order to produce trains. In order to have... I'm planning to move my research to a completely different location and just transport things via... to the research. Like, I'm thinking maybe putting the research, like, down here or something.
Right next to that biter base.
No. Definitely not.
Although soon to be prime real estate.
Oh, right. That requires steel plates. Huh. Go figure. The stone furnace, or the steel furnace requires steel plates. Huh. How do I make steel? Iron plates and coke. Pakash, I need to dip into your stores.
My stores?
Yes, your coke stores.
Your Coca-Cola.
Oh! How many bottles do you
playing
need?
single player.
All of them.
Oh dear. Are we without cola in the household of Zim?
Oh no, I need coke to make steel.
Ah, that Coke.
Yes.
I was going to say, I'm sure you've got Pepsi. It'll be fine.
Toshime ban spooky.
Ah, yes, a nice, delicious, warm diet Bepis.
Or Pilk.
Diet Pilk, 0 calories, 0 taste, 0 incentive to drink.
0 left in your stomach as it comes back up.
Okay, that one was good.
Silly thing that I was thinking of is a cleric in Ascent to Ascend who's a narcissist who's praying to themselves. They have their own god complex, so once they get through a tower,
Cleric who does healing spells in reverse. He calls himself a harm assist.
There's a new tactical game coming that is actually very interesting to me. Where apparently the, I think it was called Battle Wizards or something. Basically, a bunch of spellcasters in modern day kind of technology doing Black Ops kind of stuff. And their healer is a cleric, but or their healer is a necromancer, but he heals, you know, a little late.
Reminds me of all those YouTube skits.
Ooh, excuse me.
You're gonna have to be more specific on which ones you're talking about, because there's so many different.
The ones that are like I cast testicular torsion.
Oh, the wizard battle ones, yeah. Also, that'll be $5 for the swear jar.
It's not been 15 minutes yet.
Not since I started the new recording. But I don't think that's actually a swear. I'm joking.
Oh,
He's just shaking the jar, looking for handout.
I mean, Weirdy still owes me from earlier. Well, we're going to put it a little further out here. Alright, so we need these to make coke. And then we turn that coke into steel. So we need more furnaces. And we need to borrow some of this wood.
what would the game plan be? Wood into charcoal, charcoal into coal coke?
What?
Would that not work?
I did not really parse what you said.
Oh, wood into charcoal and then charcoal into the coal coke.
So wood and coal is what I need to make coke.
Yep. And a specific type of furnace.
Well, any of the
Yep.
furnaces. At least in this game.
There used to be a really popular Minecraft mod with coal coke.
Oh, there have been so many with coal coke.
That if you didn't build it in a specific pattern, then the machine would take extra info from your PC and eventually crash your whole server.
What?
Because it needed to be 3 blocks wide and 3 blocks long. But that's only for Minecraft.
Is that the immersive engineering?
No, I think it was before immersive.
Because I know immersive engineering also has it, because that's also how you get the creosote oil.
Oh, that
that one then.
creosote made such beautiful decorative blocks.
Me just makes like 15 water wheels. It's like power situation sorted.
Dirk, dirk, dirk. Yeah, I really need to automate production of inserters. I'll worry about that after I make more room from removing all the research stuff. What was that?
I said the mall begins.
The mall?
That's the name that people in Factorio use to say like where you set up all like your automation of.
Oh.
So you go
Yes,
to the mall
Kip, yeah.
anytime you need all your stuff. It's like, oh, I need all of these inserters and rail and belts. I'll just go to the mall.
There, it'll take a while, but those will eventually be done. Alright.
Fuel for the fire.
Fuel for the fire must grow. The fire must grow. The fuel for the fire must grow.
I don't know how I managed to miss that achievement.
Also, nice burning. Good night, Lightning Dragon. Kip Cab, you should come join voice. Do 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 do.
Scarlet's Playhouse. There's a lot I have to do here.
There's a Gib Gab. Comes a Gab Gibbs.
Welcome.
Fair, but disclaimer, I'm only here for like an hour and I'm eating tacos.
Tacos.
What?
2 in the morning, it's time for tacos.
Yeah, exactly.
Except all tacos are belong to Whiskers.
Not anymore. These are mine. The Whiskers wants them once Whiskers can take them from my dead claws. But I might eat them first, so...
That can be
Right.
arranged. You shouldn't tempt
I
a
would
ghost.
stop Whiskers.
I mean, maybe. If Whiskers is into that, you know, that's a different thing.
Just fold the flat bear into a taco.
Taco Bear.
Yeah, and you can fill with lasagna, and then you've got, lasagna taco bear.
Yeah. What's up? What's cracking? What you want to talk about?
E-crumbs.
Look, there's 2 topics on my mind right now aside from dinosaurs and animals, and it's recent events in the US and the fact that North Korea has a very big military budget, and it's really funny to listen to all the ways how they're doing it. Because every Sunday I look at a defense economics PowerPoint narrated by an Australian person. It's the highlight of the week. I never thought I'd be that interested in logistics and defense economics, but here we are. The PowerPoint is fun.
I usually watch the China videos myself just to see what silliness they're up to this week. Or what new tofu construction has collapsed.
And it's about time for me to hop off for the night.
Oh, good
Tea
night.
time!
Yep, it's a little bit
Night.
past midnight.
EP well, Toshime.
Hope you sleep well.
Take
Yep.
care.
Have fun, everyone.
Have good EPs. I don't know. Yeah, Gib Gab, I wouldn't taunt Whiskers. I mean, Whiskers doodled me with a precious crumb earlier.
Oh no, what's Whiskers gonna
The
do?
one-
Wrong? Some H. I'm so terrified.
I might draw a Gib Gab taco and you just see the bill sticking at one end. It's like, no, don't eat me.
Hmm.
Tasty Gip Gap.
Hard shell or soft shell?
I like hard shell. Insert haha joke about something being hard.
I was more thinking it's not. There's not too many places that make good hard shell anymore. Like, even Taco Bell's hard shell are pretty soft and meh.
Oh, we just do them at home. We buy like the hard shell tacos that we find around, and then we just like ground beef, cheese, sauces. What do you call it? Like ground frijoles and guac, and then we just put it all together into a taco.
Taco.
But we like the flat pancakey ones, not like the U-shaped ones.
I know old El Paso is trying to sell these taco bowls, and those things are terrible.
Oh, you mean like the taco boats?
Yeah, taco boats,
Yeah, they're
taco
bad.
bowl. Like, you take one bite, and then, you literally squish the other end, and it just goes...
Yep.
It's like, at this point, I might as well just eat it with a spoon. It's just sad. It's like, I'm eating my taco with a spoon. Like, no. That's spaghetti. Go away. Or failed lasagna. It's my hard shell lasagna. It used to be a taco.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I keep hearing that the southern states have the good tacos, where, I mean, the rest of the world just gets stuck with, like, Taco Drell or some other, fakey chain.
Alright, we're producing steel now.
I mean, the Taco Bell, I mean, don't get me wrong, used to be, decent, but I mean, now the prices of their little tacos is like, this is a joke, right? Like a bad joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like $2.29 for, those little tacos, and you go, oh, are you mad? Seriously? Oh no, they're $3. Oh wow, now you're really mad. Okay, I'll just make my own. Thank you. Especially with how much lettuce Taco Bell stuffs in their tacos now. It's like, oh, you want meat? Oh, that'll be an extra $3, sir. But you can have all the lettuce you want. Oh, and you want onions in there? Oh, that'll be 80 cents.
Yeah, they've really been nickel and diming so bad.
Looks into the dollar menu. Everything costs more than $1.
Uh-huh.
1984.
They don't even
Well,
have the dollar menu here anymore.
Yeah, they don't call it a dollar menu anymore. They call it a value menu.
Maybe they should value these.
Yeah, and even then, the value menu, it's like, unless you've got a coupon, you're basically dropping $20 for like 4 tacos and 2 watered down Pepsis at best.
We went to KFC last week. My coworker, and my boss, we got KFC. And it was like $30 for the freaking 12-piece bucket.
Yep.
It was like, what even is this?
1984. He just said it.
Literally. That reminds me, by the way. Do you know? Okay, complete side tangent.
Do you function in anything other than that?
Okay, so the thing is, I was. You know the Treaty of Versailles, right?
The what?
The Treaty of Versailles, end of World War One, treaty with Germany.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so today at work, because I was really bored, I decided, you know what? To provide context for the timeline and the chronology. So thing is, basically, Germany at the end of World War One was forced into a peace deal that wasn't exactly the best for the country, naturally. It basically destroyed its economy through a war. It did a lot of bad things by waging World War One, and it took them about a decade to recover. Now, I've always been really interested in in the party that came into power in the 1930s, which we shan't mention because Twitch, and their economic policies, because it always interested me how they managed what they did. So, for example, did you know that during the certain square mustache leader's term, unemployment was at a historic low? Now, sure, you might say, wow, that sounds like a really good economic success. I wonder how he managed that. It turns out, if you take a lot of people and you classify them as subhuman and you remove their ability to own businesses and jobs, and suddenly those jobs and businesses are open. Well, a lot of unemployed people can go into those jobs and businesses. Who would have thought, Now, sure, you're like taking jobs from some people and giving them to others in theory. But those aren't really people, so they count as unemployed. And that was kind of like the broad strategy a lot of times. It's completely disgusting, and I hate it, and I hate every moment of it. But there's one thing that always kind of interested me, but it also confused me a little bit. Do you know what MIFO bills are?
No.
Basically, Germany at that point couldn't really remilitarize. Because the Treaty of Versailles basically said, hey, you can't spend X amount of money on the military, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't make tanks. And Germany was required to provide some amount of proof and open finances to the Allies. Or the Entente, or whatever you want to call it. And how do you spend millions of dollars on the economy without nobody noticing? How do you spend millions of dollars remilitarizing without people noticing? You can't really do.
Cook the books.
Sort of. So obviously the initial strategy is we're not making warplanes. We're just making really high performance warplanes that can theoretically carry guns and bombs, but we're just using them for acrobatic reasons and show displays, We're not making bombers. We're making big transport planes. What do they transport? Not bombs. Don't worry about that. They're just transport planes. We're not making tanks. We're just making really big tractors.
Yep.
And that initially worked because the initial planes and tractors were pretty bad, so that's justifiable. You can kind of do it. There's actually a lot of crossover. A lot of in the Soviet Union, tractor factories got turned into tank factories, for instance. And okay, so that's your initial excuse. But once you want to make weapons, how do you hide it? And you see, Germany came up with a brilliant strategy. I owe you cards. Because, see, you don't need to say that the government is spending money if you don't spend the money? What if you just owe money, but you technically don't owe money because like people aren't cashing it in? And what if the government doesn't owe the money? What if a company owes that money, except the company is getting that money from the government, but the government isn't spending it? They're just basically saying, I will owe this company money, and this company will owe this other person money. So I don't owe that third company money. So in this case, like, the government sets up a shell company, a puppet company, basically. And that company only has like $1 million nominally in capital, right? And this company goes to, for example, a plane manufacturer and goes, hey, I want to buy $5 million worth of planes. And the company's like, you don't have the money. Aha, but the German government will give me the money, and by extension give you the money. See, I have this special bill from the German government that says, take the interest rate. Let's say the national interest rate is 4.5%. And this bill has 8.5% interest rate. So it's really high interest rate. This is really good. Now, whenever you want your money, you come to me. I will take the government and I will ask them for the money. And you can renew it every 3 months. So if you have $100 worth of debt, that's getting 8.5% interest every month. I mean, that's basically free money. You might as well just keep renewing it forever because you're gonna get infinite interest on this. So you wanna not cash it in for as long as possible. Okay, so we can kind of see where this is going. But like obviously companies would notice. Yeah, and that's why the German government at that point basically decided to purge any company owners they didn't like and reassign companies and make sure that everyone was on their side. So basically, people who were in on the game knew not to cash out, and everyone else could be like coerced into this by basically going like, the longer you don't cash out, the better it is because we're getting more free money. And that's how you end up.
Or just get liquidated.
Yeah. So that's how you end up with a country spending like 3 times as much as it was saying in the military without actually being in any book. Technically, it was this one company that's owed a really suspiciously large amount of money to basically every major defense manufacturing firm in the country. But the government didn't know anything. And then, as long as nobody cashes this in, it'll work. So basically, I find it really funny that Germany rearmed in World War II, or rearmed for World War II with basically one of the largest pyramid schemes that they could possibly come up with. Because this administration couldn't even run like an economy competently. It was an unsustainable economy, basically designed to go to war. And what you do after the war doesn't matter because they will be at war forever. So, like, don't think about it. We don't need a sustainable post-war economy. We don't need an economy. We just need a war machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like currently Russia or China.
Okay, but they at least have economies. Kind of. Russia less so, but like China at least has an economy. Like, contrary to popular belief, they have an economy. It can collapse.
Oh, it is collapsing. I mean, the real estate collapse alone is just destroying them.
Yeah.
I mean, Evergrande, Country Garden, there's 6 trillion or something ridiculous between just the 2 of them. Like, yeah, it's brutal. And then you toss in the rest, and it's like, this is a country that's basically just running on fake paper. But as long as nobody calls you out on the fake paper, you can keep the pyramid scheme going. And it's the same thing with your World War II scenario. As long as nobody calls you out and starts the ball rolling, you can keep it going.
Mm-hmm. And since like I know you're not in on the numbers for this, but like let me put this for reference. You know how like companies don't want to take too much debt because it's too risky? Like, you want to take a healthy amount of debt, but not too much.
Yes.
some major Chinese real estate firms had like 90 to 100% of their company as collateral for debt.
Yep.
So, yeah, you know, like, how much is the company worth? $1 billion? Yeah, we'll take $1 billion in debt. Or we'll take maybe like 990 million just in case, you know, just to give ourselves a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, and that's not even counting the shadow debt that the city and local governments have, quietly off the books accumulated. And again, as long as nobody calls them out on it, or, the people who do call them out on it suffer a mysterious defenstration, all's good.
Yep. And one of the things that prompted the major collapse is basically the government went to these companies and was like, okay, maybe you're not allowed to borrow this much because this isn't sustainable. And immediately, basically, the whole pyramid scheme started collapsing because it's like, oh shit, we can't keep infinite growth forever. Hold up. Maybe it's time to cash out. Oh no. And then the thing is, also for reference, imagine earning, like, minimum wage in the US is completely inadequate.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, imagine earning like half of the poverty wage in the US. So about like less than $20,000 a year. But having to pay like Californian pricing for your real estate.
Welcome to China.
You're making $15,000 a year. Yeah, your rent is $2,000 a year, or $2,000 a month. Something isn't adding up. Basically, do that across entire cities. And if you're wondering how people afford those buildings, that's a good question. How are people going to afford those buildings? Those buildings that are the collateral for your debt. They're supposed to return money, and that's how you're going to pay the debt. But like, what if nobody uses those buildings? What do you do there? That's a great question. We'll have more answers at 6.
We'll just print more money and put more debts off the books, because nobody can call it debt if it's off the books.
So it's basically a shit show right now over there. They're trying really, really hard to not explode the economy. It's a really delicate situation. So now you know, if you ever feel you're not doing good at big ambitions, you're doing very good.
Yeah, just make it out of the finest Chinesium.
Okay then.
And remember, this all came about from KFC and Taco Bell.
Hey, COVID.
There we were, talking about KFC, $30 per bucket. Next thing you know, hey, you know about that Treaty of Versailles? What's this got to do with the price of a $30 bucket of chicken? Well, bear with me.
Look, in my defense, I was kind of on the same boat. I was browsing through DoorDash thinking like, damn, I really want to eat something. And then it's like, what am I going to eat? And then out of the corner of the eye, it's like, I got a video about like Logan Paul suing CoffeeZilla, and it's like, oh, okay, let me look at that. And then one thing led to another, and then pyramid schemes led to finding out the German World War II government doing its massive pyramid scheme.
Yeah, I heard about the whole lawsuit on CoffeeZilla. I don't think that's going to go anywhere.
It's not, but I mean, it's intimidation value. If CoffeeZilla doesn't have enough money to defend himself, technically Logan wins. That's why you hammer out.
Someone explain
What's up?
about the Loganzilla thing.
Basically, Logan is running what I would, in my personal opinion, charitably call an NFT scam, and CoffeeZilla called him out on it, and Logan initially accepted it, and then CoffeeZilla called it a scam, and Logan got angry and sued him over it. And he's using Texas has something called an anti-slap suit laws, and slap laws are basically preventing you from being able to sue someone to shut them up by virtue of like running them out of money. Texas has that, but it doesn't apply to federal lawsuits in the US. So Logan sued on a federal level, and that's preventing the anti-slap suit from coming into play. So it's like the dirtiest move you can do to shut someone up.
Which is why he
And-
specifically sued it in Texas too.
And the problem is, Coffeezilla is probably in the right here, because unlike Logan Paul, he has a brain, and he's actually an investigative journalist, and is very famous for calling out scams and crypto shilling schemes and stuff. To the point where Logan Paul is using his investigation to sue the company that developed his NFT scam game. So he's trying to say Coffeezilla is slandering or doing libel, while using Coffeezilla's words in another lawsuit to defend his point. So basically, pretty much everyone knows it's BS, but it's still gonna spend money, and it's still a pain in the butt for Coffeezilla.
Yeah.
Of course, this is from a guy who went to Suicide Forest for creative filming.
Oh god, that.
Yep. I didn't know. I thought it was just a really cute name. I never knew it was such a thing. What? Dude, are you that stupid, or did your mother beat you with a rock at birth?
Honestly, that doesn't even bother me. I'm just bothered by the fact that he uploaded in the end. Okay, it's totally understandable if you think it's an exaggeration, especially given the world we live in. That's fair. I can get that. And honestly, I would have so much more respect if he'd gone into it and then made a video, I don't know, the mental health awareness, discussing his experience, how this changed his view, blah blah, something like that. That would have been the normal response, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think this was actually true. This is how it changed me. Oh my god, this is a revelation. But nah,
Yeah, views.
He turned it
Yeah.
into a shit post.
Mhm.
And then when he was getting slapped over it, he started doing the crocodile tears and the not really apology tour.
I have made a severe lapse in my judgment.
Yeah, I have, for people that do that kind of stuff, I have a really big back slap for that, but I feel like it's not appropriate to say on stream.
Yeah, the swear jar would take many dollars if we use the proper words for people like Logan Paul, sadly.
Oh, it's not something that the swear jar would be concerned about. It's just, it can be very insulting to a lot of people, and it's not.
Wait, what can be? Sorry.
A retort to the words that were said. The fake apology, where there's I have made a lapse in judgment.
No, I mean honestly, I don't necessarily think how to put it. What annoys me about that kind of statement is that the implication almost always isn't I made a lapse in my judgment in the sense of I messed up with this. It's more I messed up and it's caused me problems. The lapse in judgment isn't because of the actions I took. It's because I'm getting called out for it.
Yeah, that's the non-apology thing, where it's they're not actually apologizing. They're just, oh crap, I got caught.
I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm sorry what I did is getting me into trouble.
Yeah.
That's what annoys me about it. Because those words are perfectly fine in a vacuum, but really? Are you actually sorry for what you did?
It's
Do you
costing
actually-
me viewers. It's costing me sponsors money.
Right. It's... It tells a lot. I think apology videos are important, specifically because they highlight to you what the priorities of the person is. If someone is and the language they use is obviously measured, and that's fine. I think a good apology video is not inherently bad, because I've seen criticism of apology videos in the sense that oh well, it's staged. An apology live stream would be better. That's not true. Some people just aren't good speakers under pressure under life situations. Some people need time to reflect and construct their thoughts and stuff, and that's fine. To me, what matters in an apology video is what you focus on, because if you go, I am sorry that I made you all feel bad. Okay, but nobody's criticizing you because you made them feel bad. People are criticizing you for monetizing a dead body for content. That was a person. You understand why it's bad, right? They clearly don't, because they're not apologizing for it. That tells me what their priorities are with this. It's not that they're actually sorry; they just want to avoid the backlash. Okay, that's it. That's informative to me. I want to know what their priorities are. And then it's always good to like look at what language they're using in an apology video when it's like, I am sorry, this has been a very rough period for me. I have lost a lot of viewers and money and friends, and I feel very bad about it. I had to go to the hospital. I had to blah. And it's like, okay, but like, I understand you want to tell your side of the thing, but you should apologize first to the affected people. Maybe? Probably? A little bit?
Yeah.
They need the clue by 4 applied directly between the eyes repeatedly. Like applied directly to forehead. Yes.
Why is it called the forehead if you only have one?
As it's before the head.
You know, I never thought about that, and that's way too smart for my own good. Thank you.
You have just given Gib Gab way too much ammunition. You monster.
Nah, what am I gonna do with this? I'm just cursed with knowledge now. Oh yeah, by the way, did you know that the Titanic's wreck will probably be basically not really the wreck anymore by like the 2040s at most?
What do you mean?
Basically, you know the Great Lakes, right?
Yes.
So a lot of initial underwater wreck study came from places like the Great Lakes, and they're perfect for preserving wrecks. They're really cold. They don't have a lot of movement. They don't have they do have marine life. It's just not quite the same as wrecking near a coral reef. So they're really good at preserving wrecks, actually. It's why in some of the colder, deeper parts of some of the Great Lakes, there are perfectly borderline intact ships still standing straight up. It's really creepy because they're basically ships still from basically what they sunk. It's really cool. And we kind of thought the same of the ocean floor, and then we realized that the ocean floor actually is a really diverse and alive part of the ocean, to the point where modern oceanography and biology are comparing the ocean floor more to a rainforest in terms of biodiversity. Not perfectly accurate, but it kind of gets a picture across that it has a lot more diversity than we thought in terms of animal life, microbial life, blah blah blah. And yes, it's also very salty, so corrosion has a spot on it. But what's interesting about the Titanic wreck is that there's a lot of fauna and flora that have spawned up around the wreck, because, well, basically, if you want to put it in really simple terms, it's a source of food on the ocean floor. Bacteria basically eat away at the wreck, animals form around it, there's basically plant life, and there's different stages to it too. It's really interesting. So for example, there were bacteria that initially ate up the soft things like wood, things like pillows, clothing, etc. And then they died off and left solidified structures that other bacteria attached to and are eating that. And then when they die, they'll form other structures and so on. It's a whole process, it's a whole thing. And other animals approach this area and begin to eat at it, crabs, little fish, things like that that survive really deep under the ocean. So we used to think the ocean floor was dead, but it's actually really alive. And basically there's bacteria and animals that are eating away at the Titanic's wreck. And we can't really engage in solid preservation efforts because it's 4,000 meters in feet. It's 12,000 feet underwater, which is too many feet, not enough pause. So,
I mean, we sent them fresh food down there too. I mean, there might be even more going down.
Look, as long as it's a billionaire, right?
And those poor fish were looking hungry, so I mean, they were lucky we sent them down a fresh tube steak.
It's terrible. But yeah, the reason I mention all this is basically the Titanic's core, like the thing keeping it upright and the recognizable shape it's in. It's basically being eaten away, and it's estimated that in maybe like a decade or two, the Titanic wreck will just collapse in and of itself, and it won't really be the Titanic anymore as we know it. It'll be more like a pile of metal on the floor, on the seafloor. So things you never think about. Our historic wrecks are not permanent.
No, they're not.
Not all of them, at least. Some of them will maintain. Did you know Dubai sank a 747 to use as a tourist attraction?
Yes.
I did not know that, but it does not surprise me in the least.
Yeah.
Um,
God, I hate that city. It's so disgusting.
media sharing, just for everyone's interest.
Mm-hmm. What's this? What is this?
Don't you just love the name of the game?
Yeah. Furries high.
What is going on?
Looks like a visual novel of the lewd variety.
Well, no, it has a Nintendo tag on it. It can't be NSFW.
Bayonetta.
Hey, that's still safe for work, technically. Apparently, there's, I guess it's a Nintendo game. I can't read this. This is in Wingdings.
The game is called Gay AF Furry's High. Gay Furry Dating Sim Trailer. Coming
That's
to you
good.
from Corgi Butt Games.
That's actually their name. That's beautiful. Aw, this video is for April Fool's Day. Sad. I was about to be like, hey yo, hold up. I would have bought this.
Oh, kidding.
Alright, how long until this is a reality?
I saw that and I figured it's like, I have to share this with the folks.
Also delimited. Safety regulations are for losers. They lost their life after all.
I am back. Apologies.
That is bad.
Moved by the
Welcome
device.
back. Look, I will wholeheartedly stick to it. When it comes to safety regulations, rules are written in blood. We should only have to pay for it once. You go willingly disregard them because you think, oh, you know better. You pay for the consequences. My only sadness is that, like, the person who did it wasn't the only one, because you reap what you sow, but not everyone should suffer the same fate. Well, not my own, my mate's happens. It's just that. It's like, we have engineers who told them that it was a bad idea. We have safety commissions who were like, this is a bad idea. His engineers were like, this is a bad idea. You shouldn't do this. And he was like, nah, we got this. I know better than you. I'm a businessman. You're just an engineer. So, you can only do so much for some people.
Yeah, you really can.
Also, I figured out how to get a cheat code for people to stop apologizing to me over the phone. Not really a cheat code, it doesn't fully work, but at least it lessens the apologies. Sometimes when I get calls with people asking for help, people are really like, self-conscious of the fact that they're bad with tech, and they're like, "I'm so sorry. Please give me a moment. It takes me some time to figure out how to open a link." And I'm like, "It's okay. Take your time. I have all day here. Don't worry." So normally that's kind of an issue. I found the cheat code for it. It turns out, if you just like take your time, it's all right. Let me know when you're done doing this, or if you need help, and you just sit there and wait for people to do it. It's like, I don't know. I feel like I tried it the last couple of times, like being very specific to carefully word it that way, not like, all right, let's do this, and I like wait in silence for them to do it. No, if it's like, let me know when you've got it. It actually seems to really help them because it puts the onus on them to like, okay, I'll let you know when I'm done. And instead of just like sitting there in silence with the expectation of like, okay, come on, I need to do it. He's waiting. It turns out there's my new cheat code.
Yeah, relax. I'm paid by the hour.
I mean, I don't get overtime, sadly. Honestly, I approve it. And they never do.
Relax, you have me till the end of my workday. Oh, when's that? 3 minutes?
How is the
Oh, a
look
bit more
for a
than-
new job going?
It's in progress. I haven't found anything that's bitten yet. Or at least nothing that's not a scam.
Ah.
Or to be legally responsible and avoid a copy seller situation. I'm not saying these jobs are scams. I'm just saying they don't pay enough. No, I will not work up to 60 hours a week with no overtime for $12 an hour. 13. Coming up soon in September. So, you know. On the flip side, I got another date where I'm going to start bothering them again, which is August 5. Because I don't know if I told you like what I was told. I'm still really tilted by it, and I'm going to be really petty about it. I was told starting in July, new financial year, you can start bothering us about the job. Fair enough. I started bothering them. And I got told on the second week of July by my manager, because like in the office it's just 3 people. It's me, my supervisor, and my coworker. Manager works over in the other campus. I was told by the manager that the second week of July we wouldn't be like, he told me, okay, I need to meet with your CIO and your supervisor to talk about your job, but we can't right now because this second week of July the CIO is in a retreat with the board of directors, because the board of directors and department leaders and stuff, they're all discussing plans for the new financial year for the whole week.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
totally they're doing that.
I mean, they probably are. I just, I don't think you need a whole week for that. You know what I mean? Because it is the new financial year. There is stuff that needs to be talked about. I don't think it needs a week-long retreat, but maybe that's just me and my poor opinion, Maybe I'm just too poor to understand this. Yeah, I figured I could use a Zoom meeting. But yeah, okay, fine. Let's say that'll take the whole week. What about next week? Oh, well, the campus is closed because we're having an administrative recess for the whole week. Okay,
What?
so the first week of July you didn't answer, and it's 4th of July. The second week they're discussing financial year plans. The third week of July is an administrative recess, so they're not working. What about the 4th week of July? Oh, I'm gonna be in vacation on Orlando for a family wedding. And he put a little plate emoji on the message. And I'm just like, I swear to God, I'm working someplace else. If I get a job opportunity, I'm not tolerating this bullshit. I'm still
with
really
the
pissed
limited
off.
here. I think you've been had.
I do, like, full benefit of the doubt. The first 2 weeks, completely understandable because they do operate that way. Like my grandfather taught in a university, and he was like, "No, yeah, they're that way. Universities are that way. They're just July. It's really hard for anything to get done because they're in the middle of all of this. So fair enough. I'll trust them."
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Hey there, Bon. How was your
No, Bon.
stream?
I shot at the wrong person. I'm sorry.
Yes, you did. Hey there, Bon. How was your stream? Welcome in. I hope you had a great time over there. Thank you so much for that raid.
Oh, hey, Maple Wolf.
Yes, Bon Maplewolf.
Oh, I know of him.
Well, of course you do. You're Canadian.
Well, that
Hey,
and my
thinking-
Ruby streams from time to time.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it in 1 minute and 15 seconds when that lets me. I'll do the other one in the meantime. I'm sorry, my fingers slip. I'm not used to typing at this angle.
Yeah, it's the mighty Maple Sugar Wolf.
Hey, hold up, there's a cooking simulator in VR. I want that. How good is it? Is it any good? Is it just like chaos? Or is it actually bussin'?
Mm.
My god, this is like the longest shout out cooldown timer I've ever had.
That's because you messed up.
Look, new setup, it's hard, okay? I changed the rest, I changed the angle, I gotta get used to it.
Gotta remember to press that tab.
There we go. But yeah, look. All I'm saying is to like cap it off. I totally understand the month of July being a tough one. Part of me is just really, 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 really tilted at that. Like, I'm gonna be on a trip with my family. Yes, like I mean, I can kind of understand you'd be excited, but like,
At
if
the
you
same
have
time,
some.
fuck you.
Yeah, like I'm begging you, like, hey, can I get hired? And you're like, oh, I'm gonna use my PTO to go on vacation. I'm like, I don't have PTO. Like, can you, like, bruh? And I swear,
It's the
I
situation of them basically rubbing it in your face.
am borderline. I don't think it was intentional. I'm still really, really, really ticked off at it, especially because I sent him a follow-up comment. I sent him a follow-up question, which is like basically, are you gonna be on vacation that whole week? Just to confirm. And he didn't even reply. He didn't even deign to reply to that. And
Well, of
to be
course not.
doubly fair, I would be less ticked off if it weren't for the knowledge that this dude has been working in here, from what I understand, not much longer than me. And in the last 2 months, he's taken like 3 weeks of vacation.
Pretty much all of it then.
And he has been sick and out of the office and with sick family for like probably at least a week, if I had to take a guess. And then there's the admin races, and I'm just sitting here like, do they work? Should I just go work in that campus? Why am I here? Am I just like, if they're not doing work, why don't I? Because, like, the story doesn't end, you know? I work my 8 hours on a Friday. Fair enough. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to argue for a 4-day work week. I would love a 4-day work week with 5-day pay. I think that's a good thing. In their campus, they leave early on Fridays. Because, it's the start of the week and we'll leave early.
Of course.
Mind you, They have 2 technicians for daytime, 2 technicians for like evening/afternoon. We have 1 per. I'm the afternoon/evening technician. We can't exactly take a vacation or call in sick because then there's a whole shift that can't be covered. So they're a lot more picky with our vacations. Not that I get any. I have to just take a day off and not get paid. They get to do it. And they still fucking leave early on a Friday. And I have heard, I kid you not, the exact same question from multiple coworkers already. They'll ask me like, "Oh, are you still not hired?" And I am very happy to be open about why I haven't been hired. And I'm like, "Yeah, I haven't. They've just been slow about it. Like they just haven't hired me." "How long have you been working here?" "Oh, a few months. Like, 8, 9 months." "Okay, I mean, are they not answering?" "No, they're answering. They're just not working." "Are they ever working?" I've heard those exact words multiple times. Like, when do they ever work? And I'm just like, yeah. I ask myself that question. I don't know how bad you have to get before, like, an entire campus worth of people just starts asking, when do you ever work? And again, I'm slacker number 1. But goddamn it, do your job too, And I swear,
Look. Now you finish your story.
Yeah, I swear the only reason they haven't been fired is because I'm pretty sure they're all friends with the CIO. I want so badly to get a job offer and just rub it in their face and leave. I know it's gonna screw them over really hard the moment I leave without any warning, and I will. I'll temp. I don't have to give warning before I leave. Fuck you.
So I got a manager fired
Based.
for doing something like that. So I had a temporary contract. It was like this is a contract that lasts 6 months. At the end of the 6 months, we'll like have a chat with you and you'll either be enrolled into a full-time contract or be let go.
Yeah.
Pretty standard. End of the 6 months were up. We're just holding on to you. And I'm like, okay. The next month, we're still holding on to you. And I'm like, okay. Me being silent about it, but in the UK we're very strict about contract law. And my contract was for 6 months, so they've amended my contract for an extra 2 months without my consent, which is already a breach of contract.
Uh-huh.
Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye, Takesh.
On the 3rd month, they were like, okay, we're letting you go. And I was like, okay, goodbye. The next day, after they let me go, they called me up and be like, can you come back in? And I was like, no, you let me go. I don't have a contract anymore. And they're like, oh, can you just pretend that didn't happen? And I just went, no. And it turned out that the manager above him said, hey, keep all the temporary workers. But he'd already let everyone go first before he was like allowed to actually let us go. So yeah, when he had to explain to his manager that
Sleep well,
he let me
Takesh.
go before the manager was allowed to actually let me go, he got fired. So yeah, admittedly, I lost my job, but
It's better
You
to
got
get
that
away
karma.
from a company like that, especially when it's like, are they going to keep you? Are you going to wind up, out of work 5 months later on without you having any say in it?
Yeah.
That's why the concept of the concept of the 2-week notice is always hilarious to me. Like, you're supposed to give 2 weeks notice. Why? Are you gonna give me the 2-week notice if you decide to fire me?
Yeah. But I mean, we always know, like, what the issue is, you know? Are you the lowly ground level worker? Yeah, you should give 2 week notice. But we'll fire you without any question, you know, without any hesitation. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you like a manager, director, important person? Hey, be warned. A month ahead of time, we're gonna be like, you know, looking for a new position. So then you'll need to spend another month to train someone. Oh, don't worry. You'll get your golden parachute anyway. Mm. You'll get your severance pay, you'll get your bonuses, you'll get everything. As long as you don't screw up royally, we'll let you go nicely. Or they don't, and then they suffer for it. Like they did when they hired the fired fucking IT director with barely any notice. And it turns out they needed information from him. They got lucky because my supervisor already had most of that information anyway. But they have spent a lot of time scrounging up information and regretting their choices. Like that time they forgot to pay the ISP.
Oh, that sounds like a story.
That's it. They didn't pay the ISP, and the service to one of the buildings got cut out. It turns out the previous people who, you know, the previous director and the previous admin assistant knew about it, and they were wary about it. They didn't, because they fired them like over the course of a day, without a transition.
Of course.
So they didn't pay the ISP for a month, and service got cut out, and then we got a lot of angry calls. So yeah, it's so I hate it all. I don't know. I want to be out of here. Not I really like the workplace. I just wish they paid better, and if they hired me, I would be less annoyed. I would stay there gladly for another half a year. I'd stay there for another year and then move out. But it's like they're determined to make me quit, and I will. I am so certain that I can't risk it right now. But if I had like $5,000 in the bank account, I would quit today and wait for them to call me in 3 weeks and beg me to come back.
And they would.
Yeah. Yep. Look, it's simple. I'm the only bilingual in the department. In, you know, a place that has a lot of English and Spanish speakers. They can't afford to spend time training someone else. And they already don't want to hire anyone. So what are they going to do? Hire another temp worker with no experience who's going to immediately walk out because the pay is horrible? You know, relatively speaking. Ah, yeah, good strategy. Let me know when you find someone in like half a year. And I know for a fact that there would be people complaining about it. Because I'd make it very clear. And I'm actually really tempted. Like, if they don't hire me really early in August, I will stage my walkout. And I almost guarantee you, there will be people who will be asking and complaining, and I will not spare any punches and going, well, the university hasn't hired me, so I'm not going to work until they hire me. If you want me back there, make them hire me. And they'd get a lot of complaints, because I know a lot of professors and they're really like working with me because I can speak English. I'm fast when attending them. And the good thing about working the afternoon and evening shift is you have less people to deal with, you can spend more time with people. People remember that experience much more fondly.
Yeah.
Yeah. which is why I have very good relationships with some of the people that I work with and that I help. I can't, in fact, afford to spend 30 minutes sitting down and teaching you how to change your input device or your output device on Zoom. Even if it's clicking 2 buttons, if it takes you 30 minutes, I'll sit there for 30 minutes and explain it. I don't have anything better to do for the rest of the day. It's not like I have work to do. Sometimes I do have stuff to do, but you know. Or better yet, being the only person who knows how to fluidly and quickly solve a specific issue that plagues students with MacBooks. Which will very often happen when they have an exam. So basically, they open the exam and then they can't get into the exam. So that's a problem, as you can imagine, right? I'm the
Yeah,
only
but
one
it's
in
not
there
the
who knows
college's problem.
Oh, it is. Because if the student gets really angry and annoyed, they'll stop paying. They'll stop going there.
Well, yes, but the college doesn't see it as their problem.
The professors do. And while I may not have a lot of sway, I know the professors do. Oh, seriously, like, props to them, by the way. They were completely in the right to do this. The university basically woke up one day and was like, hey, you will no longer get to keep your vacations, and we're going to reduce your vacations. You don't get to choose when you take vacations. You have to take vacations in these designated periods, and it's going to be like a third of what you were previously having as vacations. All while being paid less than, like, basically every other college nearby. Now, to be fair, they actually offer very generous PTO and vacation time. It's one of the reasons the professors who work there. They're giving a lot more independence. They have very generous, flexible working schedules and conditions. The pay is a little less, but basically the work is less of a pain, right? That kind of makes sense. So let's remove the benefits and keep the pay bad. It took them about a day to reverse course and pause that decision.
Pause?
And
Pause?
why are you like this?
Hey, you did it earlier.
True, I did. But yeah, it took them a day to pause the decision because it turns out when you really, really annoy your entire faculty and they send a lot of angry emails, you know.
People talk.
Yeah, and not just people. All of your professors. And what's a college without professors? So yeah, I know that, and I've actually gotten told by a couple of them, like, hey, if you need a recommendation, let me know. I'll give you a recommendation. You've done really good work for me. And I'm like, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind. And by some of those people, I don't just mean like, oh, the random professor there. No, like literally the director of one of the entire education departments really likes me, and she keeps being annoyed that I don't get hired because I help her a lot. I'm usually one of the people who answers first whenever she asks for help. Not because I like her, it's just like my time slot is convenient because that's when she usually asks for help. But since I answer quickly, she likes that. You know, something every department wants an IT person. Even if only to help them print a document.
I just know the one rule that I hear whenever I hear is like, don't fuck with IT.
Oh, yeah.
Look, if you want the very short rule, the very short explanation, just remember, your system's administrator can see everything. If you open an image in Discord and you use the Wi-Fi, he can see it.
He sees all of your dirty laundry.
Actually,
Although, to be fair, if you're doing dirty laundry on campus,
yeah, you kind of deserve it. But no, seriously, that's actually, if you want any recommendation, is that if you're connected to your school or your university's Wi-Fi, or your workplace's Wi-Fi, be sure to disable it when you're not using it. If you get, for example, incoming Discord messages, even if it's on the background, they will appear on the Wi-Fi.
Oh, God forbid you've got any furry professors.
Look, the professors, they don't matter, okay? It doesn't matter as long as you don't mess with the IT person who's in charge. When you mess with them, then you're asking for it. Systems administrator told me one of the stories. Basically, there was an employee who kept like being annoying about like, oh, my computer doesn't work. That's why I can't do work. And he was like, no, your computer does work. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. And she kept complaining that she was having computer issues and they weren't being solved. And naturally, people began to like look at him. It's like, hey, what's up? What's happening? Solve this, right? So he took her aside one day, and he was like, look, your computer is working fine. You're not having computer issues. In fact, I can prove it to you. And he pulled up basically her entire browsing history. And of course, it was full of, you know, the Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever, PDFs she was downloading, books, whatever. And he was like, I don't want to get you into trouble, but if you keep doing this, I will send this to the administration.
Yeah, Koyo, Kesha went off to bed.
EP rug. But yeah, the short of it is she kept complaining and he sent that to the administration and she got fired.
Which is understandable because she was effectively neglecting her duty.
Oh, hey, old pal.
Mm-hmm.
At least another hour? Maybe a little longer.
All day Factorio.
Why, old pal?
Hi, Fetch.
Wait,
The rug
Fetch?
was certified with a single calorie.
Yeah, Fetch was
Oh,
up there.
there's Fetch. Hi, Fetch.
That is a beautiful looking truck.
Rawr.
To be fair, limited. I am exaggerating a little. They can't literally see everything. Of course, some messages are encrypted, stuff like that. You know, you can't literally see everything. But that also depends on both the website and the internet connection you use. Some of them have much more stringent monitoring. Some of them don't. And never ever use your work computer for your personal stuff. That does save everything. And I mean everything. Which, pet peeve, if you use a computer that other people use, log out of your accounts. That's the PSA. I know it sounds obvious. I'm just reminding people for a very valid reason. Also, don't do your taxes in the Walmart display laptop.
Yeah.
Yes, desperate people do desperate things.
Was an old person.
Well, hello there, Beerus.
Good morning,
Oh, look.
Bears.
It's the moth.
Is it a moth? Is it a Roomba?
It's
Is
a
it
bottom.
Roomba because is it a Roomba because it sucks everything, or because it's not picky when eating? As to why I say the latter, I like to call our puppy a Roomba. She will eat everything off the floor. Which, you know what was fucking terrifying? A couple months ago, I was working on the PC, and the tempered glass side panel shattered. Like the glass just shattered. I was fine because it's tempered glass. It's not really sharp when it breaks. thing is, there was a bunch of shards everywhere. I cleaned it up. I had to clean a couple times because, like, every time you think you clean the shard, there's still one more somewhere. And next to my desk, there's just this like little piece of furniture cushion thing. Thing is, it's a big square or rectangle. I try to clean under it. I think one of the shards kind of got stuck on one of the legs or something. A couple at least. This weekend, while I was reworking my room, we move it, and we realized there's still a couple of shards left, and we just scoop them up. We like sweep them up, fine, whatever. I don't let the puppy into my room because my room is not puppy proof. There are cables, there's my PC, there's stuff on the floor. My room not puppy proof. Puppy does not go in my room. As me and mom are cleaning, she has the broom. She sweeps everything into the, what do you call the broom? Like the other thingy, the scoop, I guess?
Dustpan.
Yeah. She puts, she sweeps up the little glass shards and she puts it there. And she puts it outside the door. And I'm talking with her about something. And then I see her look to the side. And she yells at the puppy. And suddenly she's yelling and chasing after the puppy who has the little shard of glass in its mouth. And I'm like, oh god. Oh no. Fucking puppy.
Oh, no indeed.
In the 2 seconds she was out of sight and mom put the thing outside the door, she went towards it and scooped up exactly and only the little shards of glass. Again, thankfully, they weren't sharp. At least not in like a really sharp way. But it's still the shard of glass. We managed to get her to basically spit it out. A couple of them were missing. And we desperately searched until we found them. And I was just like, oh my god. I swear, this fucking Roomba. We have, like, Dad bought mom like a vacuum cleaner, sweeper, the mop thing, all-in-one automated robot thing that like just walks around the apartment and cleans things. That thing cleans up less like stuff on the floor than the puppy. And it's designed to clean. I swear there are spots on the floor that are like 2 millimeters shorter than they should be from how much she's licked them.
Also, I will be back in a moment, everybody. Seamus, it is going great. I'm having a lot of fun.
I thought you were going to split the recording. It's almost 6 hours.
What was that?
But I thought you were going to split the recording because it's almost at 6 hours.
I already did. We're only at an hour and a half on this one.
Good boy or something. I don't know how to praise you.
I was gonna say, I think Zim split the recording shortly after the big boom.
I might have missed that. I might have, or might have not been dozing off in bed. Or I might have been reading about dinosaurs. You ever really want to play a game, but you just stare at the games and it's like,
Yep.
I don't want to play anything.
Luckily now I have an addiction to Guild Wars 2.
I really should get back up to the Wars too.
Which will satisfy me until everyone stops playing it, or something frustrates me to the point of no end.
Fair enough. Oh my god, Tyrannosaurus is so cute. I hadn't seen that before. Aww.
He's not actually a pull toy in that.
I just said Floatzel.
Oh. That was his original form. Then I decided, because Buizel is better, he become Buizel.
Yeah, Whiskers is showing so. Thank you.
Alright,
Sometimes it's so.
Alright, now I'll be right back.
Mhm. Sometimes Whiskers, I forget you're not just like the art corner and you're actually listening to the stream, and it's really funny when you actually react to things. And I'm like, oh yeah, Whiskers is listening. Oh my god, you can actually emote that. Or was that just the limit? It's casually appearing there. I don't know, the limit. It's never mind me.
I'm just grateful your puppy didn't like swallow any of the glass, because that would be the worst.
I think it's a bit of a saved like vibe because two things happen that I think shape into it. The first is normally when she gets something in her mouth that we don't want, we try to like basically offer her food so she releases it. It's not the ideal, but it's better than her swallowing whatever she's holding that we don't want her to swallow. You know, it's better that she like picks up a battery and runs away with it and bargains us for food for it than she swallowed the battery.
Yeah.
The other thing is, one time I flipped over a plate of chicken wings by accident. Thing is, I had already eaten them, so it was just bone, and I picked the bones clean. Like, if I see a little bit of chicken on the bone, I have to eat it. I don't like leaving stuff on the bone. So she saw the bone, she was really close, she ran up and she grabbed the one, and then she proceeded to nibble on it, and then almost choke on it, because of course she did. Fucking dog. And I'm pretty sure those two events kind of taught her to not just swallow everything she finds on the floor.
It's unfortunate, but sometimes a bad experience is important to teach someone a good lesson.
Yep. Puppy's just really dumb. As much as Puppy is incredibly intelligent, Puppy is really dumb. Like, mm. Mm. And yes, exactly delimited. But also, the problem wasn't really that she was gonna eat the cooked bone. It's that she was choking on it because she tried to swallow it whole. Because of course she did.
Yeah, funny enough, even though in a lot of media it's depicted as dogs love bones, bones are actually pretty deadly for them.
Cooked bones.
Yeah, I
Uncooked
guess if
bones
they're
are
raw
really-
and still full of marrow and stuff, then they're probably. But yeah, the problem is bones splinter, and it's those
Yeah.
splinters that are the issue.
Yeah, and then you have fucking people like one of the friends of my supervisor who would just like whenever he ate chicken, he would eat he would eat the bone. Like he would just like chew on and eat the bone. Now, to be fair, there was a good reason for it. He came from a lower income background, and he basically never wanted to leave anything on the table. And to be fair, bone is like healthy to eat. In theory, you know, bone marrow.
Mm-hmm.
He would just eat the whole bone, though. So, like the way my supervisor described it, yeah, like the way the supervisor described it is like one time he invited him over to eat, and like, oh, you know, they're eating chicken, it's really good, and then he notices that there's bones missing, and he looks for his dog, and it's like, are you giving bone to my dog? You know you can't do that, and he's like, no, I'm not. Oh yeah, well, where's the bones? I ate them. Yeah, your dog is upstairs. Look. And he went upstairs, and the dog was upstairs. Dude had actually just like eaten the bone. And it's like, huh. That's. Huh.
That's the thing. I
I
think that
didn't-
they did.
I didn't even know people could do that, but people surprised me. And to be fair, yeah, the human body is a mix of holy shit, how are you still alive? And holy shit, how are you not dead? Like, oh, this person fell like 25 feet straight on his head, fractured his skull and half the bones in his body, and he walks out of the hospital like 4 days later with casts on in a wheelchair. Perfectly fine, basically. Oh, what about this person? Oh, he tripped and fell on his head and he died instantly. What did he trip over? Ah, the doorway. Oh. That's...
Yeah.
Huh. The human body is fascinatingly fickle and incredibly durable and adaptable in so many weird ways. But this is why I think we should just give up humanity and become four paws. Four paws good, fluffy good, feathers good. I'm not saying Animal Farm is like a book that was one of the books of all time. I'm just saying four paws good, two legs bad. In the context of comparing humans to animals, you know.
Alright, I have returned.
Welcome back, Return. We were just saying four paws good, two legs bad.
I heard.
Yeah, the TLDR is I'm glad Puppy didn't swallow glass, even if I'm pretty sure she didn't swallow it just so we would trade her food for it. Then, you know, she has some pooped out the glass, so pretty sure it's a good sign.
Hey there, Save Seg.
Also, can I do a PSA to Twitch chat?
Real quick, Seamus, yes, I am playing with biters on. And, yeah, there's, colonies. I increased the starting area size before biters would be near, you know, but I was not expecting them to be that far out. To the point where I haven't gotten a single attack yet. But on the other side, I haven't actually set up any defenses yet.
I thought I remember you getting one very early on.
No. I haven't had a single one.
Baby biter setting.
To be fair, this is only my second time actually playing the game. So don't come in here with that elitist bullshit. And you're right, Burden. They probably have expanded. I am certain that I'm about to be visited.
At least them is playing with biters.
Yeah. What the hell's happened to all my production?
It stopped, clearly.
Like playing Minecraft in passive mode, and so why not just play creative?
Nah, you still have to deal with, like, hunger. That's a problem, right?
Okay, we are definitely not getting enough iron coming in.
Zambia like, I don't know why my production is stopped. I get it. Get it.
What's up, dudes?
Yo, what up, dog?
Hey, well, not what I expected at all, but what's up? What's going on?
What's crack-a-lackin', my fellow gamer?
What's going on over there, my good boy?
Playing VR games. We beat duck season, and we played a little bit of Sam and Max on VR. It's pretty fun.
Joke.
Nice. Oh, Rex. Me and Fetch did Bloons TD6 like multiplayer. We got around 181. Not hard.
Dang. I haven't got to 150 yet.
It turns out Fetch did most of the hard work at first, then I got money, and then I took up like 70% of the map. Because I had way too much money.
Oh, dang.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is, Beavers. It is the Rex Strider.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Rex, show us your rad intro.
I do not have a rad intro. I've already did it, technically. I'm about to load up your chat right now, and we're about to switch games. Just gotta figure out what I'm gonna play next. I can do while being in a voice chat. Let's see.
Zim.
What?
What dinosaur would you be if you could pick one?
Probably a raptor.
Interesting.
Oh, there goes the timer. Haha, beat the timer.
I've always had a fondness for raptors.
Yeah. I mean, look, to be fair, I think everyone who likes dinosaurs kind of likes raptors to some extent.
Yes.
I hope so.
Look, there's just a lot of cool dinosaurs. Today I learned about, sorry, what's it called? I forgot the name of that. The Draconis Rex. I didn't know it existed. But that's fun. What's the track or something like that? Let me find it. Or not the Draconis? I'm gonna find it.
Oh, it's
Hold on.
coming from there. Close that.
Yeah, we've got a serious shortage of iron.
Making a poll for y'all now for what game y'all want to see next, and depending on what y'all pick, I might turn on song requests since we hit our daily goal. Let's see. If it has SR by the name, that means song requests will turn on.
Oh, interesting, Whiskers. Whiskers over here dropping mad facts.
What do Whiskers do? Let's see.
Ooh. I think I remember you talking about that one. That one's a cool one.
It's me. I like this one.
That looks terrifying.
It's cool though.
Rex is a good boy, 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 Rex is a good boy.
Spiritfall. There goes the other one. Alright. Personally, I really like to watch Kusoge, but personally, I'm just happy to be exposed to new things. Yeah, that's what I do. I like to show off lots of new games and whatnot. Heck, sometimes people didn't know about Duck Season. I find that amazing that there's a game that's like Duck Hunt but horror. Oh, hey, Beerus.
Wow.
Let's see. I think I got a good amount right there.
But yeah, all of this just stemmed from the earlier thought I had today. I was watching movie clips while bored at work, and I came across the clip of the Spinosaurus beating the T-Rex in Jurassic Park 3, and it forever infuriates me because, like, no, that's not how it worked. The Spinosaurus does not bite harder than T-Rex. That is very not how it works, movie. Ah, pain. Basically, that scene is the equivalent of going like, oh yeah, look at this like chihuahua. Yeah, this chihuahua could be a great white shark if you threw the chihuahua in the ocean. Now, don't get me wrong. I am of the belief that a chihuahua could stare down a tank and win. But, you know, put them in the ocean, it's a different thing. And likewise, Spinosaurus was is more believed to be aquatic / hybrid, not really a ground-dwelling animal. And the point of T-Rex isn't that it had a long face. It just bites really, 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 really hard. The Spinosaurus's face isn't designed for hard biting. It wouldn't just run up to T-Rex and snap its neck. That's not how it works, Jurassic Park 3. Why are you accurate in half of your movie and then just make up complete BS? Part of it I understand is because of incomplete knowledge of fossil records at the time, leading people to potentially believe differently from Spinosaurus, and then, you know, popular culture being a little behind the times of scientific knowledge and nobody vetted it properly, so it led to that belief, but also, like, why? Grrr.
Also, cough cough feathers.
Okay, but feathers, at least they have the excuse of going like, yeah, but they spliced in the dino DNA with other animal DNA, blah blah blah. You know, they can come up with that shenaniganry.
Didn't they say in the movie that it was like spliced with chickens?
I thought they said frogs.
There's frogs in there. I don't remember all the different things. I don't know. Let's ask our resident expert.
Yeah, they use frog DNA.
I would not say I'm an expert. I am technically an SCP. The dinosaur knowledge isn't there. At least that's my lore excuse for not knowing all the dinosaur knowledge in the world.
Oh no, I'm talking
Plus,
about
as you were saying,
you're an expert on all things. You're an expert on Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, like my Jurassic Park knowledge, and most of that knowledge is wrong. Like, raptors are not that big, at least unless they're a Utah raptor.
Wait, how do I get into the train? Is it
Should you
shift?
right-click it?
No.
You don't get into the train. You tell the train where to go.
All right,
Oh,
sorry,
space
Pack.
bar.
The poll is up. You decide what game gets played next. You have a few minutes to decide. Remember, the ones with SR is the ones that will allow song requests to be turned on, where you can pick your own songs for a little bit. Since y'all hit that goal.
The pole is up. Can I dance on it?
Yeah. Have fun. It's slick and oily. Don't fall off that
Wow.
thing.
Oh, it's enter. Okay.
2 seconds later, you hear a sickening crack.
Oh,
Yep.
you've got it set to enter? Okay. I think it's spacebar by default, because it's
I
the same
wasn't-
for normal vehicles.
I was supposed to put WD-40 on the pole? What? I thought I was supposed to do that. Chosen for having a cool name, even though more appropriate dinosaurs were already known. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Velociraptor.
Exactly. Honestly, I think if they were smart with marketing, they should have made the Velociraptors tiny and fluffy. Can you imagine that?
Is that just a compy?
Sorry, what?
Isn't that just a compy?
Mm-hmm. They eventually got them in there and decided to put the right things.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, look, I just think. Hold on.
Our first train has been placed.
Nice.
Nice.
Power of trains.
He finally entered the modern industrial era.
Looks like
Trains,
it's neck and neck between multiverses and TD balloons at the moment.
trains are severely underrated in modern society. I wish we appreciated trains more. Trains are the greatest development mankind has ever made in terms of safely transporting people and their products over long distances.
Pretty, but they're expensive.
No, they're not. Trains are dirt cheap. If you use
They're
them right.
expensive to ride.
Not either. They're dirt cheap if you use them right.
Like
Like,
uncomfortably anyway. You have to sit down. You won't get like that much room, but I think it's like cheaper than plane and bus now.
a well-run train can be spacious, can be very comfortable, really nice, really efficient, and really, really cheap. Because it turns out, one car transports maybe 2 people for a year. So, if you take a car ride every day, 2 people every day, that's, 370 people per year. 370 car rides per people per year. You put a train in a good metro area with a well planned out route. Oh, look, 500 million rides a year. It's much easier to justify the cost that way. If every person pays $1, that's $500 million for the train to maintain itself. Versus, one person paying like $5,000 a year for the car. But all I'm saying is trains are cheap. Trains are good. Trains are great. We need more trains in society. We could right a lot of the problems in society with more trains. I want
Yeah,
trains.
they do make bullet trains eventually. Soon there's gonna be sky trains, and soon we will be trains being passed through tubes. Who knows?
There's a train for every purpose. Okay, like you want the bullet train when you need the train to go zoom. When you want to be like, okay, I want to travel from this city to this other city, you go zoom. Ideally, we have bullet trains connecting all the big cities, and then that way it's like, oh look, I want to travel to this furry con. Let me take the train. It'll take like 7 hours to get from one side of the country to the other, and it'll cost like half the price of a plane ticket. Cool, perfect, no complaints. Oh, what am I gonna do now? I guess I'm just gonna take a train to the nearby city. It's like, oh, down a couple of states, gonna be cheaper than a plane. If you're flying from New York to California, that's cheaper than a train, obviously. But if you're taking a couple of states down the road, let me go take a train there. That's pretty cool. And then you want big fast train.
I have looked at it before, and it's like, I would love to ride a train. But trains are more expensive than flying.
You know why they're more expensive than flying in the US?
Corporate greed.
Not just that. So, a lot of the rail infrastructure is privately owned. You can't, privately own the sky. Everyone owns the sky collectively. It's just regulated really, really hard. You know who...
I feel like that needs to be prefaced with that for now.
For now, yeah. Not just that, but do you know who owns the airports in the US? Because people complain about the government being bad at everything. But the federal government owns big airports in the US. Basically, all of them. It's one of the few countries in the world that has actively and decisively resisted the push to privatize airports. Because whenever they've privatized an airport, it sucks. It goes wrong. And then the government takes control of it and fixes it. It's happened over and over and over and over again. They give the airport to a private industry. It sucks. It starts to get really cheap. Safety violations. It degrades, and then they give it back to the government. And then they don't do it again. They do it in another state and in another city. And it works well, because the government also subsidizes the airplanes and the airports and the airlines, because it turns out having affordable, good air transit across the country is a good thing, actually. And they don't do it with trains. Trains are privately owned, so you have this rail line owned by this company, but then half of that rail line is owned by another company, and that company wants to run their trains across the entire track, so they're telling the other company that, no, my train gets to run here on prime time because I own half the railway and you can't pass through here unless I let you. And then they both argue over who gets the better time, until at some point they reach an agreement that this train is going to pass in here at a bad time and the other one on bad time, and nobody gets the good time. And then they both sell out the good time to another company with another train, but they do it for a really high premium, so it just costs a lot of money anyway. And then they get into an argument because one of them tries to sneak their train in at prime time when the third company should have it, and then there's an accident, and then the two of them have to argue about who's guilty. And you're just sitting there Why is this like this? Why would you privately own rail? You can only build so much rail. Shouldn't it be publicly owned and regulated? And the answer is yes. It should. It should have been done a couple decades ago.
This is why
But
I'm
just
hoping
like taxes, yeah.
this is why I'm hoping our government makes good on their promise. Because obviously in the UK we just had our national election, and the winning party, one of their promises was they were going to do exactly that. They were going to reclaim all the rail lines.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please do.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, song request is starting. Y'all can put in the songs now. I'm gonna be playing my playlist until that happens. Yeah, exclamation mark SR. You can type in the song or put a YouTube link. I'm gonna start balloons. I have no idea what I want to do on balloons. I'm just gonna figure it out as I go. Maybe I'll make
Medium
trains.
map.
I don't know.
Medium map hard mode.
Medium map hard mode.
Yeah.
What's medium map?
You know, there's like 4 categories of map. There's like easy, medium, hard maps now.
Beginner, intermediate, advanced.
Yeah, intermediate map.
Intermediate.
Do an intermediate map hard mode. And you should try... Don't start with it, because it's a really bad one to start with, but you should try using a mortar this round. Or this time around.
Mortars. The thing that shoot up and blow up certain spots in
Yes.
circles.
Like,
Okay,
you
I
like
guess
target
I'll
certain
do that.
spots. Don't start with it. Mortars are terrible to start with, but like build up to a mortar. I think they're cool. I actually used one and it had like 13 million pops, and then like the other one had like 9 million pops. I was like, damn, that's a lot of pops.
Mortars are really good.
When used correctly.
Yes.
But yeah, Shadow Wolf, if you want the short of it, U.S. Public or U.S. rail is very deregulated and privatized, and it sucks. And it shouldn't be that way because it's a very natural monopoly, which is to say you can't exactly compete on who owns the literal rail lines when they're already built. So it should be more regulated and publicly owned, and maybe that way it would be better. But it hasn't been that way since forever. So you know, it sucks. That's the short of it. That's why rail in the U.S. sucks. And then if you want the reason as to why there are no metros and like, you know, something like the New York Metro, but better, newer, more comfortable, or basically in every major city that can actually build it, it's because big car and big oil. That's the short answer.
And you can apply the same argument to your network.
Le Bouffe.
Oh, yes.
I got a bark. Let's see, tax zone.
But
Oh.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Many tax.
Was that a... I don't think that was a good enough bark there, Rex.
Well, it wasn't for you, so I don't bark that
You know,
very
fair.
loudly unless you know. So,
Good boy.
I'm not sure what to set out at first. What do I set out? Let's see. Could go full dino again. I want to try something different. So I already got the motor out there.
I always go with snipers myself.
horse
Not a bad
is the
start.
mage.
Snipers are one of the first ones I put down.
See, I used to do the same, and nowadays I find myself diversifying a little from it. Not because snipers are bad, it's just that I always use them, so I want to use something different.
I was thinking about using a wizard. I've
Wizards?
seen what druids can do.
Wizards are insanely good.
Necromancer is peak.
Necromancer is really powerful because the fourth line of Necromancer can remove camo from balloons. The middle line of Necromancer, the fire one, it has insane popping power. And the top one, I think, is better against big balloons like Moabs.
Oh, we got
Making
music going.
green still TD or
Whoops.
I've been blamed for people playing 30 hours of TD now, and I will point the blame right back at Flo for showing me the game and gifting it to me. So, haha, if I get blamed, it's also Flo's fault.
I stopped playing it because it just ends up annoying me.
Ooh. We got the next songs from Raijin, Spooky, Yusido, Fluffy, And Salt. Yay, 2 from Salt. Sweet. Good to have music from y'all.
2 from Salt. Sweet. I see what you did there.
Oh, that reminds me of the ice cream from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
Oh,
that's good.
Salt ice cream. Oh, quick question. I get to level up my my Buccaneer. Should I go for the second tree or the third tree? Pirate Lord or Trade Empire?
That depends on what you use more. If you're really good at using the active ability of the Pirate Lord, it's a really powerful one. But honestly, I love spamming Merchantman and Trade Empire.
Same.
I just like the money.
Okay.
So to be fair, Merchantman is a little niche, solely because like it's great when you have like a big water map.
Yeah, I don't
Or
like the big
your-
water map.
Pirate Lord is probably arguably pretty useful. Also, top tip with the Buccaneers, if you go Pirate Lord, since you go for the grape shots, you want to place them on U-shaped bends because that way they shoot at both sides on the U-shaped bend. So you want to place it on like the middle of the U-shape.
U-shape, huh?
Yeah. You see how there's like a reverse U-shape where you're like thinking of placing that Buccaneer? If you place it towards the middle, it'll shoot grape shot at both ends. Whenever it shoots any of them.
Like right here-ish?
Yeah, pretty much. You might want to like stick it to one side so you can put 2 in there, but yeah, that's kind of the idea.
You want to put it in the middle of the W.
Middle of the W. I feel like on the left a little bit. Middle of the W.
Oh, Delimited? I'm currently listening to StarCraft soundtrack.
Maybe a little bit.
Wait, did we ever play Running Run with Rex?
Yes.
Which game?
For StarCraft 2, one of the mini games. Do we?
I think so.
I don't know, it was ages ago. I barely remember anymore.
Yeah. Because you were mom.
True.
Original StarCraft.
Yeah, Zim is old.
Looking either right here, right
It looks like a Pokemon.
What does?
Pat Fusty in Rex's game. That thing looks like some weird Pokemon.
I made Godzilla.
Ma, there's a weird cat outside.
Oh my goodness, that did not work out the way I wanted it. He's not swinging at everything. Well, you'll have more range in a second. Let's see.
Alright, our first radar station is up and running.
Nice. That early game order is working way better than I thought it would. Man.
Alright, pick what I'm putting by my Godzilla. Mages, druids, ninjas. Druids.
I found a really fun combo with druids. How much monkey knowledge have you used?
A little bit.
One of the upgrades for the banana farm, for the bottom tree of the banana farm, I think when you get to the 4th one, like whenever you get money every round, you also get a life every round. And the druid has an ability for the middle second one. Makes it so you get an extra % of attack speed for every life you gain. Up to 100% attack speed bonus. So you put those 2 together and you can really quickly ramp up that bonus. Or 1% pierce, yeah. So that's always really fun, but it requires monkey knowledge for the banana farm.
Oh yeah, I can get Ultra Juggernauts. I forgot about that. I haven't leveled it up yet though.
I've loved
Oh,
both
yeah,
of their...
Shimmer.
Okay. I've loved the Juggernauts ever since I discovered a little cheesiness you can do with them. If you pointed them down a really straight part of the path, the spike ball basically travels forever.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're good at doing lines.
Yeah. If you set them to target the last balloon, they tend to keep aiming in the same direction. So, like, for example, if you look at all the balloons coming at the entrance, whenever one of them rounds the corner, it'll ignore it. And if there's one, like, still coming from the main line, it'll keep shooting at the main line instead of turning at the one in the corner. So you can get more balloon poppage that way.
Yep. Mastering targeting priority is a great way to get good at balloons.
You mean targeting priority? You mean, I click on my sniper monkey and click elite on all of them?
I actually typically go one with the top and one with the bottom so they don't get the elite. Actually, no, I think the top one does. I don't remember.
But you only need, like, one sniper monkey and then it unlocks elite for all of them.
Ah.
I think at least.
I
Elite is good, isn't it?
haven't really used it enough to say, honestly.
Fair enough.
What I do know, though, is Rex is a good boy. Rex is a good boy, 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 Rex is a good boy.
Thank you very much.
Cute.
He is a
I'm gonna
cutie.
focus on this motor.
Oh,
Which tree should I go down from the motor? I don't
Which
have it
do you
leveled
have
up that much. Not that much, honestly. I've loaded the second tree the most.
I kind of like shattering shells, if only because it helps you pop the big ones.
Okay.
Because I believe shattering shells rips the fortification out of the blimp balloons.
I'm gonna have to really level this up more then.
No, honestly, wait, if you... yeah. You want to go bottom, probably. Yeah, bottom. I mean, already a bottom, but beside the point.
I just kind of put it down delimited. I have no idea.
Oh, do you need to be...
anything.
Do you need to relink that video about the train signals in Factorioism?
Nah, not yet anyways.
What was I gonna say? The other thing I absolutely love, for round 40, I always love having a single Moab Mauler set to strong, because it helps chew through that Moab at round 40.
Yeah, you're right.
But I usually set it down closer to around like 30-ish, because what I usually do is, so normally I either pick a bomb and barely upgrade it so I can pop the lead balloons, or I grab a sniper monkey and I give it the first upgrade on the top row because that'll let it pop lead, and you set it to strong and it always pops the lead balloons. Or it tends to, at least. But then if you want to be super cheeky, you can save until like around 35-ish and instead get a monkey farm. That's usually what's giving me more success in consistently getting to higher rounds.
Not sure what to do right now. I'm just kind of winging it. Usually get a helicopter by now, but hey.
Here, Golden. You got this. They're barely even getting past the first part.
Guess I should probably level up the druid a little bit. Let's see. You said to go down the second tree for druid.
If you can get lives for the druid, I like the two in the middle and then top row because the Heart of Thunder is really strong.
I never go top row, but you know what? I'll level up top row a little bit.
I love top row. I know like the middle row is something that's like really good and stuff. But I just love the top row. I love when it just like does the Heart of Thunder and zoop and deletes everything on the track. It's so satisfying.
I need more things that do knockback. I know my main over here does knockback. I need to do something else with knockback. Boomerang does knockback. Uh-oh. Quick shot. Okay. Lead balloons aren't a problem, it seems. Good.
Yeah, I gotta admit that the mortar is putting in way more work than I thought it would. Holy jeez.
Alright, we got concrete production live and operational.
I think it should be good. Now time for Banana Farm.
Yeah. Banana farm.
Yeah, good on this. Banana Farm. Right about... Ooh, boy. Okay, that was dangerous.
I don't think my radar is going to reach all the way over to that biter base.
Just do what I do, like drag a huge pole line all the way closer to it, and then just like place a radar and then remove it, like after you've gotten a good scan on the area. Incredibly tedious, unnecessary, and a bunch of work, but so satisfying.
Oh, there's a biter base. Rather nasty looking one. Oh, there's a lot of biter bases around.
Moab round incoming. Danger.
It's biting time.
What are you biding your time for? Aha.
I'm definitely going to need defenses ASAP.
There goes the first MOBA.
I am nowhere near launching a rocket, Burnin'.
Whew. Alright, we're covered on that. Now comes the important part. Getting this dang bank already.
How do you go from Monkey Bank?
Yeah, I was trying to get the bank. Don't get too much further down the line.
Interesting.
Alright,
Ever since
bank's done.
I discovered
comes-
that, like... Go ahead, sorry.
Now comes actually building something real quick before I die because I need something big now. So I'm just gonna focus on what I already got, I guess.
Alright, let's get our train set up.
Oh, hey. I can level up my druid. Oh. I'm gonna go for that ball of lightnings that you said. Top tree's nice.
Yeah. I think it's cool.
Oop, shoot. Well, I misclicked and bought the dang jungle bounty, but alright.
Oh well, time to sell the druid and go down the middle path.
Thinking about it.
Do I go monkey copter?
I'll
or do I
admit,
go super monkey?
Hmm?
Monkey copter or super monkey?
Super monkey, much better, but more expensive.
Yeah, I haven't really leveled up a super monkey all the way yet. Maybe I should do that.
Which upgrade pass do you have for the super monkey?
I need to level him up anyway, so I'm thinking about just doing it so I can level him up. He's not even. I don't have some temple yet. The sun avatar.
Oh, you normally go knockback and ultra vision. That's interesting. I tend to go for the range, laser, and plasma stuff. So it's already like a
Range laser plasma, you said?
But that's like my preference. Mind you, that's what I do. I actually barely ever do knockbacks, and I'm curious to see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm curious
Yeah,
about
I
trying
died.
another one, like Dark Knight, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean Dark Knight's pretty good.
Camos are getting wrecked.
Bless you.
Thank you. But yeah, see, one thing I love doing with banana farms is the banana farm on the so the top row of banana farm is technically the most productive in terms of just generating sheer revenue. Like full on the top, two in the middle. And one thing I love to do, I love to I'll make like 4 or 5 of those and level one of the ones on top up to the maximum level. Because if you put a monkey village and you go full in on the bottom row, the last level of the bottom row of the monkey village eats all of the banana farms around it and generates their income. And then you place so like that monkey village is now generating like 4 banana research facilities and 1 banana central worth of bananas every year round. And then you place a banana farm with full on the bottom row, and it automatically collects those bananas. So you have 1 monkey village generating the same money as 5 monkey farms, all being collected by a single monkey farm. And then you put a bank in just for good measure, and bam, you're just making so much ungodly amounts of money. I made like 3 million cash in like the last time I did that. Ridiculous. But it only works out because the top row is productive, and then the bottom row lets you automatically collect all those bananas.
All monkeys in the radius and monkey town get extra cash for balloon pop. Monkey City, I haven't. Okay.
But that only affects the towers within range of it.
Oh, looks like I'm making more artillery. Here we go. Artillery number 2. This time I'll go on a different tree. Let's see, heavy shell, shell shock. I'm trying to get the shattering shell right now.
You could also do some snipers around that monkey village.
That's a good idea.
That and the top 2, the first row of upgrade gives it more attack speed, so you might be able to boost the mortar's attack speed too that way.
I think that sucks is one thing. Oh, I can get rid of it for 1,000. Well, I didn't like it being there, but it's blocking my path, so get rid of it. Now I can put a sniper.
There we go.
Question is, upgrade bottom tree or upgrade... Oh hey, I can actually have enough to buy every last sniper upgrade. I can go for the whatever super duper upgrade.
Nice.
Does he get one? Oh, I don't think he gets one. Wizards get one.
I don't think he gets one now.
Oh, I want it all straight.
But yeah, the reason elite, just in case, because I was talking about this with him, the reason elite sniper path is really nice for the sniper monkey is because what I like to do with sniper monkeys later on in the game, because you're just fighting a bunch of blimps, they become a little less useful. But you can make them really nice because if you go 4 for the top row, it gains an ability that's just like cripple Moab. Whenever they hit a big blimp balloon, it'll stun it for a few seconds. And elite targeting priority makes it so it always targets the strongest balloon. But if the balloon gets like 3/4 of the way through the map, it switches to first. So if you're targeting a bunch of like really fast blimps and one of them slips through, it'll start targeting first instead. So it like automatically switches over to make sure you don't die essentially.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, that's what elite targeting priority does. At least as far as I understand it, mind you. So what I love to do is I love to get one elite sniper so that all of the snipers can get elite targeting priority, and then everything else I make, I put it around the monkey village with the upgrade that lets them target camouflaged balloons. So like 2 in the middle, 2 on top at least. Put a bunch of snipers around it, put them all on elite targeting priority, and for all those snipers I put around the monkey village, I go 4 on top, 2 at the bottom. The monkey village lets them hit camouflage, so I don't need the middle upgrade. And they fire really quickly, and they use main Moab all the time. It's really nice. And that's all.
For that.
It's just one of those things that's kind of... somebody suggested it to me, and I didn't understand it, and then I used it, and I was like, now I understand this. This is so fun. What the fuck?
Yeti is so powerful, nothing gets past.
Yes.
Yeti goes freeze and everything stops.
Stop. Up in time.
Kind of wanted to go down the first tree with the artillery now.
I mean, hey, more variety is good.
Synergize with the stun.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Fetch did.
Big boys coming.
Oh, you could upgrade the Super Monkey to Plasma.
Oh, the super monkey, that's right. Oh, and knockback, yeah. Oh, hey, I have enough to buy the monkey city finally. Increase influence radius, cash generation rate, and gives you a free dart monkey every round. What?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
What? What it costs
I
3K to get that?
And I believe you get a free dart monkey per monkey city. So if you set down like 2 of them, 3 of them, you will get 2 to 3 free dart monkeys every round.
That is kind of silly and could synergize with the super monkeys.
You wind up running out of... I will say you wind up running out of space for that, but yes.
And patience.
I mean, I have this
And
whole little
patience.
bottom path that I'm not going to do anything with. That could be just last line of defense with a bunch of dart monkeys that I think I'm going to do now. You know what? For the memes.
Actually, really quickly, the top row of the monkey village is the one that gives you free upgrades, right?
So. Oh my gosh, my Kaiju's level 10. He looks dope. Alright, let's see. I need to... real quick, sniper, should I go down top tree or bottom tree right now? Because I already have one going down the middle tree and about to get a lead sniper.
Top tree to bottom tree.
Top tree, you said? Okay.
Yeah. Full top tree, 2 on the bottom tree. Cripple Moab, set the monkey to strong. It tears through blimps.
I'm just gonna need something to handle
They're
all the
not
big, like,
blimps, they are Moabs.
Okay, what do you?
Moab.
What's the catch-all category for Moab, BFB, Zomg, DDTs?
Monkey City.
You have to wait until it says ×1. If you use it, like it'll charge. If it says 215, it'll charge you. You'll see at the end. Yeah, there you go. Now it says free.
What's the difference here? Oh, crit shots. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna focus on getting one of these other ones now.
The Super Monkey fan club with all the free monkeys is really funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do. Oh, free. Oh, free.
But yeah. So really quick, the Monkey Village. The third of the top upgrade, or the fourth of the top upgrade for the Monkey Village, gives you free upgrades, right?
I'm not sure. Monkey Village, you said?
Mm-hmm.
One of these does.
Yeah, primary mentoring. Yeah,
Okay.
tier 1 upgrades for free. And I think primary expertise gives you tier 2 for free, but I'm not sure on that one. But yeah, you could totally set down like one of those and surround it with free dart monkeys and just upgrade them all to level 1 for free.
Oh.
That's a proper gremlin strat right there. This is expensive.
I have a very large forest in my way.
I think I better get something upgraded to a good spot real quick.
I should burn it down to get it out of my way. But at the same time, that is a lot of wood that I could use.
Yeah, and you do like your wood, don't you? I mean, what? You should get the Dark Knight. I'll probably do it.
It's happening.
I'm seeing it. I didn't think you'd go for it immediately, but I'm seeing it now, and it's like, oh no.
Which one should I do? The first one first?
I actually don't know. Probably like the first and second.
Wait, I need to go and get the fan club ASAP. Oh, they were both for
Okay, I guess there's only one variety of gate.
Should probably be using that more.
Alright, I'm just gonna go with concrete walls. Oh, we actually have a backup of... Oh. Oh my. Oops.
The Dark Monkey force is growing.
Together, monkey strong.
Together monkey strong. Together monkey super even.
So does it matter if I upgrade them more when they're going to turn into super monkeys anyway, or?
Honestly, I probably only wouldn't, and I'd like probably upgrade like your super monkey proper, just to like have some more high level towers. Cause I love the Dart Monkey strat, but admittedly I've always found more success with tower variety than I have with a lot of one tower.
Hi, Raijin.
Hi.
Although Necromancy Mage, always good.
True.
Actually, one of each path of Mage is usually good. If you have
Let me
three
get
mages,
this.
one mage maxed out.
What is the next thing I should get? I'm thinking elite sniper and then focus the snipers, or should I do the super? You said super monkey for focus.
I try the super monkey because you need something with like a lot of popping power. Super monkey gets that.
Level 55, yay! Well, getting there. If I can get there in time.
No.
Nice.
Like,
Oh, you're going for Sun Avatar?
what's that?
You're going for Sun Avatar?
Jib.
I think so.
Okay.
All of a sudden, yeah. Sun Avatar! Part of me wants to get a helicopter so I can move that dude around, but it's a good song.
You know what? I actually really like. I've really liked recently getting planes, upgrading. I think it's 2 on the bottom,
Got
and
5 free dart monkeys, sorry. My
Feel
brain
the hand
shut off for a
of
second.
justice.
you're
What?
good. Interrupt you without worry. I don't mind.
Together, monkey strong.
God, Rex. At this point, you're gonna need another Super Monkey fan club because it only does like 10 monkeys.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't realize Super Monkey became the Sun God.
That would be crazy if that even have that happen.
No, it is. It's top pro.
Oh yeah. Now I kind of want to make my snipers crazy, but still just kind of chilling. Guess I could buy the loan for like end game stuff. The loan
mean,
worth
I
it.
Honestly, for 7,000, I'd rather just get another banana farm. But I would recommend the bottom row banana farm because I think it makes you more money on average than banks in terms of like short term. Because banks are really good if you let the money sit in there because money like quote unquote collects interest. But the
For me, I like to go the route of full middle row and then bottom row. That way, when the money is maxed in the bank, it'll automatically be withdrawn.
that too. E.
I want this ultra juggernaut monkey. Just cause.
Do your sniper pair drop though. Don't forego that. Actually, you should get me Moab. That'll like keep you golden for a bit.
The MOBA one sniper you said?
Yeah, main Moab sniper. E.
I still haven't got the elite sniper yet, but yeah.
That's fine. You just need strong on that one, and it'll start doing work.
Oh wait, more dart monkeys.
My God, Rex.
Yay. More dart monkeys.
Zoom, have you looked at the stream?
Together, monkey strong.
No.
Listen to country music.
Zoom, look at the collection of dart monkeys around that monkey village.
Second fan club initiated.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, look at the BFB and you see how it's stunned over there and it just doesn't move. That's what the main Moab ability does. It's so good.
Okay. Let's see. I want to get an in-game item now. Whether it's a this Ultra Juggernaut or one of the snipers leveled up all the way. Probably the Elite Sniper.
We should have used the paradrop for the sniper. It's free money.
Yeah, we need to slide
Don't worry, I forget all the time.
that. I can't really upgrade my artillery to max, so I'm not going to worry about them for now until I can level them up.
And
Still
the
have them out there.
train's away. Come here, my train. Come here, my train. We're gonna load you up.
It's hilarious. It's just not moving because the snipers keep targeting it.
Yeah, it's not getting anywhere, apparently.
It's not. That made more snipers
It's
just
on the screen.
unlocking it.
Well. Ooh, the lullaby one. Keep the music coming, it's awesome so far. What else should I do since I'm just chilling here watching the snipers do their thing? They're not even showing up, we can't even play the game.
I mean, if you wanted to advance, you can't just delete that sniper and then remake it.
Should I buy the second tree?
Probably the second row, yeah. That's mostly because
You know what this needs? What about a chemist buffing all the monkeys down there up or something? I don't know. Trying to think what else I could do to help the that bottom row even be stupider.
What else buffs towers? Actually, no. Don't tend to buff towers that much aside from the monkey village. Oh, top row Spike Factory is insanely busted. I got a the very topmost upgrade, and I put it near the end of the track when I was playing with Fetch. And mind you, in order to get to that thing, you had to get through multiple, almost fully upgraded super monkeys, rows of mortars, snipers, just everything. Every tower had multiple of them, and that Spike Factory still had like 20-something million pops, and it was like the last line of defense.
We beat hard mode easily, apparently, with this shenanigans that happened, so I guess we'll just see how far this can go.
Probably about 100 and something. Well, in early 90s, because then the DDT spawned. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the dart monkeys to get to do something, and it's gonna be silly.
You're gonna blink and suddenly you're gonna have 20 super monkeys. I don't know, give it like...
slow.
Hmm?
I'm trying to make it go slow because it'd be sad if like a big like torpedo thing went through and I didn't even get a chance to press the button. I'd cry.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait until around like 90 something, but then they'll just zoom through randomly. The
What
other
should I
option
buy?
is
Need to level up things.
you probably want the last level of the sniper at this point, because that'll make you some good money.
Good point. Wait for that to collect though. Oh, another free monkey. Here we go.
Rex.
That whole bottom row is going to be just dart monkeys, and you know it. You just need to accept it now.
Oh, right, that's why I came over here. I was gonna get more iron plates because I am out.
Oh, yeah, another free dart monkey. Green bandana army. Oh, I can get the elite sniper. Cool.
Yeah.
So it powers up the monkeys and gives me a lot of money. Let me see. Supply drop gives much more cash, grants elite targeting prior, faster reload to all snipers.
Yeah. So all snipers will a little quick, but I mean, one is elite targeting priority. Because it's very, very good. I would recommend putting elite targeting priority on all your snipers.
Elite, targeting priority for strong? Or
Elite.
elite?
So elite is basically strong, but if they get like far into the map, it automatically switches to first. So like for example, if you get one of those big Moabs and it just like zooms past all of your defenses, it'll like immediately start targeting. That's why going on 4 for the top, 2 for the bottom is really handy. Because the top row will stun even like the really fast Moabs. And it gives your towers time to take it down.
Oh, should I let the... I usually do bottom tree with night vision to kind of watch any sneaky, stealthy ones coming through. Or does that even matter anymore at this point?
I only do that like for maybe one sniper, because yeah, when you get later on, like there's almost no like single balloon that'll get there. It'll almost always be the big ones.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, focusing on my army down here. And I want to have one of these be Ultra Juggernaut because I heard that was pretty dumb. Oh my god, I can't even get on the screen. Guys, snipers, please, let them play. Let them play. Let the balloons play. Guys.
Actually, what does the third submarine on the top row, does that boost like surrounding monkeys?
Oh, the submarine?
Mhm.
The third one, no, it has like armor posting.
On the top row?
Oh, submerge detects camo balloons. I know they can shoot anything. Oh, add submerged targeting option that permanently reveals camo balloons. No, it doesn't really boost anything.
No.
I mean, I could just make a chemist down there.
Yeah, it'll probably be the chemist. Because yeah, that you would need full level for that one. What else could boost balloons?
Just put a chemist over here that just throws. Almost like half the monkeys. I can't even bluff everybody. There's too many.
I really need to upgrade my automate my inserters.
Don't forget to use your elite sniper drop down.
Oh yeah. How much money does it give anyway? Well, last one's like 1K. This one's like
3,000.
what? Just like what? Oh, okay. You said 20K. I'm like, gee, oh, 3K. That's
Like
still pretty
3K.
good.
Yeah.
I haven't even got to use my ability with this guy.
That
It's lazy.
really quick, that monkey village you put next to the farms. What other upgrades did you give it apart from bottom row? Okay, you give it jungle drums.
It's 2 top, bro.
Yeah.
Just radius. Doesn't really have anything else I could really do. I guess I could scan and grow, but it doesn't really reach out.
I mean, increases the attack speed, and that's what you want.
I don't know what else to do.
You should make a plane. Go for the go full top row and 2 on the bottom row, and make an aircraft carrier.
Oh, you come on a helicopter?
No, for the plane.
Like right here?
Yeah, so plane. 4 on the top row, 2 on the bottom row.
Oh, like Dark Storm?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, sure. Okay. So I'm level that up a little bit, though. I don't think I... Oh, I do have enough. Okay. So on the bottom row?
Yep. That way it'll be centered. I mean, you already place it in the middle, so like you can do that or the other one. I mean, the reason why is if you see it launches 2 missiles, that'll hit Moabs,
Oh, nice.
and it's really good against them. But since like your snipers are kind of freezing them near the top and out of range, that'll give you map-wide range. And the ship with the aircraft carrier is also really good against Moabs.
I want this Ultra Juggernaut. It'd make me feel better. Plus, they're all on the line anyway, and they keep stomping there for like hours, so...
I thought you already had it. I'm so surprised you still don't have it.
No, I've been getting distracted.
Even in games. It's such a mood.
Oh, about to get it now. Oh man, I've been forgetting to put my dart monkeys down. Good thing they stay there. So there's one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Make sure I level them up one time each time. Here's another one as a treat. There we go. Oh goodness, this is silly. I ran out of room in the little circle. No. Oh, look, got a spot right there. There we go. Haha. It's like playing Jenga. Alright, let me put another one. Come on, let's put another one. Another one. I'm on this spot here. I know this spot here. Come on. Come on. We got a spot left. Ah, there's no more room down here. It's full of...
No. No, you need to start the next reserve. You need to put a monkey village like to the right of the very entrance and just start pulling them around there.
Oh, you right.
Did you already get the Juggernaut?
Like right here?
Yeah, something like there. But yeah,
But first, I want that dang... I need to get the dang move. There we go. Ha! Boom! Oh god, it's slow. Holy crap, it does slow. I kind of want to buff that guy up somehow. No, he's already getting buffed by this guy, I think. I should reach him, yeah.
Oh no, it's the snipers. If you see the little like white stars above the blimp, that's the snipers doing it.
Oh. I can't do crippling mob. Oh my goodness.
Crippling mob is really strong too.
What else could I do to make this even dumber? Put one of these up here on as well.
You could go for a Darkling monkey.
Oh, what now? A Gatling monkey? Like right
yeah,
there?
Gatling monkey. So if you put a Gatling monkey like on the like all the way across the map, yeah, and then just aim it towards towards the entrance.
Yeah, I'm already pointing that. I guess that'd work. Yeah, kind of technically already doing this, but
yeah. You could also do it like around the. You see how there's like a nest bend on the middle of the map, and just point down one of the bends and like add some diversity there. But yeah,
hey, right here, put it to the right.
Something like that, yeah, or to the left. Yeah, like pointing to the left. That way, it like shoots down that path.
That seems like overkill with the Gatling monkey. Plus, it's really far away. I don't have it leveled up all the time. I would if I had Ray of Doom. I wish I had Ray of Doom.
You also want Ray of Doom so bad.
I do need to just put one down if I'm ever going to get Ray of Doom. So, yeah, oh no, well, let's go ahead and put him down and start leveling him up.
I am thinking I'm going to be ending here, soon here.
Aww.
I got really bad sleep last night, and it's starting to really, well, today I guess, but it's starting to really kick me.
It's fair.
But I still have 4 dart monkeys, sir.
You don't have to end.
No, because remember, you're doing it on the top.
Making this run last forever, apparently.
You're doing it on the top. You're doing it on the top, remember.
Oh, you're right. I'm not used to going to the top when I'm around here. Ayo, okay.
That's fine.
Alright, let's see.
Be sure to upgrade it, though, because you're not getting the free upgrades.
Yep. This is kind of silly. Oh, yeah, one needs to be a power monkey, right? Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, no, like your monkey village isn't giving you the free upgrades. Careful.
I know, but I need to have a super monkey so I can do the same thing up there.
No.
Oh no. Super monkey!
Oh
I'm not risking it! Oh, I saw it for like okay, they got to exist for like 2 seconds before they died up there, so I think I'm good for a while.
A little. You probably want a couple more snipers
Alright.
of the main Moab.
Give me a moment to do my outro here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Factorio as well as this Marten stream. Check out our websites, egfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/ZGFgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as grabbing some art from Whiskers or one of the other artists that I work with. You can contact me to do so, or by subscribing to our YouTube or picking up packs of cards through Stream Loots. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Duke.
Duke.